Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna give you actually a free-flow video, so there's not gonna be any music production tutorials. I'm just gonna talk about how your ego can destroy your music production journey and how it can destroy your potential as a music producer. The reason, guys, just by the way, the reason why my background is always changing is because I'm traveling Australia and Indonesia since a few months, or like actually since 3 years. And yeah, I'm switching regularly. I want to stay in this little, let's say, Airbnb for a while because I really enjoy that here in Bali. But yeah, just for you guys to know. And other than that, I think that music producers, especially in the beginning, they produce tracks and they sound really nice, right? They sound really nice, and in their head they're thinking, wow, this track is sick. But then the problem is that we music producers, we tend to maybe not compare our skills to other producers because that makes us feel worthless, and that makes us feel like, oh man, the tracks from John Summit or James Hype are way better than mine, and the mixing skills and the sound selection and everything is better. The problem with that is obviously that you think, oh yeah, your track is amazing, and then you just start submitting, and that's how I did it as well. I started submitting my tracks to record labels, especially in the beginning. Obviously I got 50,000 rejections and no one ever like said, oh, this is a sick track, because my ego said, man, you produce good music how it is already, like you don't have to, like, you have to still improve obviously, but you don't have to worry about that. The thing is, we have to be in this constant like comparison, we have to be in this constant switch in our mindset between sometimes saying, okay, our music is amazing how it is, to feel like, to have self-worth and to feel really good about it, but then also sometimes we have to like be very critical about it, and it's like this strange mindset shift, like critical about it, what is good about it. Maybe compare it as well to other producers who are your role models, or like producers where you think, oh, this is, or like this track is the reference to the track I'm producing, but that needs to be really chosen really well. And the thing is that if you're, as a producer, if your ego is too high and you think, oh, my skills are amazing, and the big mistake what I see myself as well doing and other producers is that they produce a track and they think it is amazing, and they add specific elements like synthesizers or like an arpeggiator or so, for example, and then when you listen to this track on the zoom out perspective, what I talk about in my music production online course as well, just by the way, check this out, it's the 14-day tech house mastery. I changed the name, by the way, because I want to focus more on tech house and not just house music. But a lot of people, like, they have to train to be in this zoom out and zoom in perspective, like zoom in to be fully focused on the track you're producing, but then also have the ability to zoom out from it and be like, man, this element, like the saxophone in this track with those vocals, they don't match at all. But because we're so in the moment and our ego thinks, wow, this is an amazing track, we tend to just ignore that and just be like, oh, this is amazing, so I'm just gonna produce it and then whatever. But we actually have to zoom out and be like, man, this is not good, doesn't match at all, and that requires this like skill set of being super hyper focused on your music you're producing, but then also zooming out completely and being completely detached from what you're doing there, and then just completely critically thinking, man, does this even make sense? Does this mixing plugin, does this tool make even sense? And just by the way, if you haven't signed up to my channel yet, definitely make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, to not miss out any music and tech house music production tutorials. I think it is really important to like put your ego down and just completely like be free from those like expectations you set yourself, or like this picture you have of yourself in your mind of saying, oh man, my music sounds absolutely amazing, whatever. You have to zoom out and be like, man, this is actually not that good. And that's a really difficult switch, because a lot of people have difficulties doing this, myself as well. I had a lot of difficulties, and I still sometimes do have, but I'm trying my best. I mean, so far I signed 13 tracks with 4 different record labels, so I'm not doing the worst, but I know exactly that I could go bigger, and I know that my goals for the next few months as well are that my music production skills will get better, and then I want to like sign big labels, because I've signed smaller labels which are great, but I want to sign bigger labels, and I want to be 100% real here that I'm struggling as well, guys. I've got a lot of rejections as well, and I can always show myself in this perfect light, but there's also moments where I have to be real with my music production journey, and I just want to share with you what's going on in my life right now. And yeah, and other than that, guys, my online course, I literally changed the name to the 14 days tech house mastery, because I realized that house music is a very broad word, like minimal deep tech, minimal house, progressive house, it's all house music. And I think to be really different from other producers, I actually changed it to the tech house mastery, and also I'm going to switch up the content a little bit in that course to like make it more specific for tech house, for big drops, for big potential release. Like with this course, you're gonna be able to make people dance to music and bring people's like crowds of people to dance and be like, we're gonna write bouncy bass lines, we're gonna now write melodies, and we're gonna produce music in tech house which has high energy and which has like waves of like tension, release, relaxedness, and high drops, high energy. And you can listen to my other tracks as well, and on the link under this video there's my Spotify link, and you can check out the music I produced, because there's definitely something you might be interested in. Other than that, guys, hope you have a good day, and I see you soon.